Battlefield 2042 had too much innovation and not enough foundation. What is up guys, Ghost here, hope you're all well. So Vince Zampella, the current head of Battlefield, seems to agree with that statement, as he was recently asked in an article why he thought Battlefield 2042 failed, and we'll get to that in a moment. As most of you know, Vince Zampella of Respawn Entertainment has taken the reins of the Battlefield franchise, and I think it's safe to say that we all now wait with bated breath to see if Vince and company can turn this sinking ship around with the release of the next title. It's fair to say that Battlefield has been on the decline of late. Do you like graphs? Me too. Here's one showing every Battlefield title ever released along with its score on Metacritic, and as you can tell, since Battlefield 5 released, we've been on a pretty steep downward trend ever since. So in the article I mentioned earlier, the interviewer asks, "You are in charge of EA's Battlefield franchise going forward, Vince. What do you think happened with the disappointing release of Battlefield 2042 last year?" So here's Vince's reply. "I think they just strayed a little too far from what Battlefield is. They tried to do a couple of things that were maybe ambitious, grow the player count, etc. I don't think they spent enough time iterating on what makes that fun. It's not inherently a bad idea, the way they were set up and the way they executed just didn't allow them to find the best thing possible." Now, despite the title of this video, innovation in games is of course not a bad thing. In fact, games and everything else in life really wouldn't go anywhere at all if nobody innovated, took risks, or pushed the boundaries. Vince has been pretty fortuitous doing just that. He started out at a small studio called 2015, they created Medal of Honor Allied Assault, he then co-founded Infinity Ward under Activision and created the Call of Duty and Modern Warfare franchises, the original COD Modern Warfare of course being one of the most successful shooters of all time. And then more recently he founded his own studio, Respawn, where he's had hits with Titanfall, Apex Legends and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Now, whenever I make a video on the future of Battlefield and the next game, there's always at least a couple of comments saying something like, they shouldn't be working on the next game when they still need to fix Battlefield 2042. Personally, I don't think Battlefield 2042 will ever be fixed in the way that most people want it to be. Even if they rework all the maps, implement a working class system and, fix those year-old bugs like the mouse input, Battlefield 2042 will still be Battlefield 2042. For most players, it's not the bugs or the maps or how unpolished 2042 was on release, it's the conscious design decisions of the game that has killed it. Battlefield 2042 went for too much innovation without securing the foundations of what makes a Battlefield game great, and this is evident in so many ways. Like I said, I totally understand developers wanting to innovate, right? No creative person wants to be told to just go back to the past Battlefield games that were big successes and simply copy and paste what those older developers did. And likewise, I don't think any of us want an exact repeat of, say, Battlefield 4. Okay, I hear some of you saying, yes we do, Ghost, but you know what I mean, right? Who doesn't like new weapons, vehicles, maps, and, new gadgets that bring something new, fresh, and exciting? But those things cannot come at the expense of the rest of the game. A classic example of this in Battlefield 2042 is 128 players, right? Massive innovation there, but how's that going to affect the maps? Let's just double those as well. And what do we end up with? Massive, wide open swaths of nothingness that shipped without any environmental art or cover at all. Or what about the vehicle spawn system that has actually been in since Battlefield 1? It's supposed to give you more freedom, but in actuality ensures that players simply take the most powerful vehicles in the game and the rest are left collecting dust, like my beloved jets, for example. So yeah, Battlefield 2042 has improved since release and will continue to improve. And that's great, I'm not trying to piss on anybody's bonfire here, after all I too still play the game, but no matter what DICE do, they will never fully redeem themselves in the eyes of the player base. Now, to do that, they need to deliver one hell of a Battlefield game with the next release, which will be quite the challenge. But with any luck, Vince could be up to the task. Asked why he's been so successful across different types of games, this is what he had to say. Doing something like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, a story-driven narrative game, was a purposeful departure from what we've known. I've been known as the shooter guy. That's not all that I love. I like doing something that challenges me and challenges the team, and to put something together that's new and exciting. That is what drives me. He was then asked, what can you say about Battlefield under your watch? It's a whole new structure. We're putting multiple studios together, we're bringing the best talent together and giving them the time to do something amazing. So Vince is obviously a guy who knows how to get to the core of what makes a game fun, what makes it tick, and what I've seen from Ridgeline, the new Seattle studio headed by Marcus Leto, he's been pretty active on Twitter asking players what matters to them in their favourite Battlefield games, what are their favourite moments. It also makes me happy to see Vince say that they're giving the studios time to do something amazing, because time is something that there wasn't enough of spent on Battlefield 2042. We all knew it right from the beta. The game needed another year or two in the oven. Now, of course, guys, I'm not trying to hype the next game here or get your hopes up. I strongly recommend that you do not pre-order the next game. The proof is in the pudding, and if DICE really pull one out of the hat and create a fantastic game, then people will buy it regardless, because God knows the core Battlefield community want another great Battlefield game. So it's all up to them really, isn't it? So what do you guys think, about the future of Battlefield? I can understand if you have very little excitement, or maybe you just don't care at all anymore. Maybe you just think that the Battlefield ship has sailed and it's never going to return to form. But maybe you think Vince Zampella has a chance of pulling off what he says he will. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.